28
school
students
now?
this year. That's pretty typical from the last couple of years, 4th through 8th grade. So it's quite a broad range, but it's environmental focus, so we get outside quite a bit. It's project-based, so a lot of their projects, they come up with a topic, or we have a theme, and they'll grab a subject in between that.
Kind of forces them to adhere to deadlines and
Right, a lot of
discipline.
deadlines, a lot of writing, a lot of editing on their written work, so that's important. And you know what they do, we want it to be perfect when it's done, because it's usually going to be on display or they're going to present it to somebody.
Here.
I have 2 sons in the program, Hawken and Cyber.
As a parent, what are your impressions of the charter school and how it's working?
I really think the boys have experienced some really incredible things that they wouldn't have experienced in regular school. Some of the programs that they've been exposed to, you know, outdoor programs, the educational programs are incredible. The whole industries that we have up here, the logging and the forestry, and are all things that these guys get to experience, you know, and they get to actually put into practice in their, you know, education. So they get to do a lot of environmental stuff, a lot of outdoor hands-on stuff, cross-country skiing.
This is the first one. These are choice projects that the kids put together by themselves.
Colors, stripes, and stars on the American flag represent America's history and continues to be an important part of our culture today.
In 1812, Francis Scott Key was inspired by the American flag at the Battle of Baltimore to write the Star-Spangled Banner.
Many people, especially military members, get upset when people disrespect the American flag. Many military members have died for the flag and what it stands for so that we can be free. I have fought every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forests, Anzio, Rome, beaches of Normandy. I was on a small hill in Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-worn, and tired, but my soldiers cheered me. I was proud. My name is Old Glory. Dear God, long may I wave.
Well, they lived in teepees in the Great Plains, which is now Wisconsin, Minnesota, North and South Dakota. They normally were very good children and rarely bad. But when they were in trouble, they were never spanked or hit. They were just given a stern look.
Did they have school like us today?
They did not have school. They had many different teachers, including parents, community members, and relatives.
They used to hunt, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Does anyone know what kind of animal they mainly hunted?
Deer.
No. They used to hunt buffalo. They were very big animals and provided a lot of food. And the Sioux women also planted gardens. They planted the most important crop, the Three Sisters, which was maize, squash, and beets.
Astronomers have found the precise location of an enormous source of energy called Sagittarius A star. This object has a mass 4.3 million times that of our Sun in a very small area. This is most likely a supermassive black hole that is believed to be at the center of all large galaxies. Red giants and supergiants are stars that can have masses many times the mass of our Sun. These stars have a shorter lifespan than others. Red giants or supergiants with a mass 10 times the mass of our Sun will explode in a supernova explosion and collapse into a neutron star.
The Emperor did not know that the amphitheater would stand for over 1,900 years and survived several earthquakes after it was built. Around 4 years later.
Emperor, can we have a swift drink of water?
No, just work. Perhaps tomorrow you could get a drink. And if you stop working again, I'll give you 40 lashes.
Lombardi arrived in Green Bay on February 2nd, 1959 to become the Green Bay Packers general manager and head coach. I'm glad that I joined the Green Bay Packers because now I'm the head coach and general manager of the Packers.
I'm so excited that Vince Lombardi is head coach now.
Yeah, maybe he can change the way we play and make us into a good team.
Okay, team, I know that you guys are coming off a 1-10-1 season, but now that I'm here, that's going to change. And a lot of other stuff is going to change, like how this team plays. Are you using a basic offense, and if you're not going to give 100%, someone either is going to get going to take your place or you're going to get cut.
Yes, coach.
Vince Lombardi retired from the Packers with a 98-30-4 record and then was coach for the Washington Redskins one more year until he died on September 3rd, 1970.
Taj Mahal was built by artisans and craftsmen under the control of Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife. Taj Mahal is known as chosen as the palace. She married Shah Jahan in 1612 and died in childbirth at Burhanpur in 1629.
The Taj Mahal was ordered by Shah Jahan in 1631 after the death of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. He wanted the Taj to be the most beautiful building in the world, located in Agra, India.
I propose that 270 million years ago, Pangea, a supercontinent, did exist.
What is your definition of supercontinent?
A supercontinent is a very large landmass.
The treatment of African Americans from 1800 to 1866 changed because of government action, public attitude, and the Civil War. In 1619, 20 slaves were brought to America. They were the first slaves in America. By the 18th century, there were 6 to 7 million slaves in America. They were treated harshly. Most slave masters had less than 50 slaves.
Get to work, slaves.
Can I have a break?
Never. From 1774 to 1804, northern states began to stop having slaves, but the South still had slaves.
Then, in 1972, the company name changed from Blue Ribbon Sports to Nike. Nike was the goddess of victory, an athletic beauty whose winged shoes and the love of speed would be the perfect symbol for the young company.
Remember, girls, do your homework and nothing else. And whatever you do, don't touch the time machine.
Okay. So, what do you want to do?
Use the time machine.
What else?
Hello.
Hello, Random Builder. I'm Addison. I'm a reporter from the future. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Great. First, what are you building and why?
Well, you see, those two smaller pyramids, the littlest man tower and the second cafe, and the one we are building, what was King Tut's original name?
Bob. Tut and Cat.
Correct, Anna. He changed his name to that when he became king. Now, what did he do when he was king?
He restored temples, paintings, and privileges to the old gods, and restored his father's Amenhotep palace. He was buried in one of the best preserved tombs.
He was Alexander's second in charge, and he just moved to the capital of Alexandria. He built a large library and later built a massive lighthouse, one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, we have to go.
Bye.
So, now you can write your report.
Yeah, I learned a lot, like how King Tut, whatever, was the first pharaoh.
Actually, that was the Narmer.
Same difference.
Maybe you should do some more research.
Yeah, but you know what'd be better?
What?
If you wrote the report.